It's possible to live a life without some of your body parts, despite the fact that you might not think it's all that simple. Some of these individuals, though, are quite remarkable and live normal lives. So, without wasting much time, let's look at 8 unique people with missing body parts. Number 8. Archie Eunice. Archie Eunice lives in a world he cannot see. He was born without both eyes because the 1-year-old has SOX2 and ophthalmia syndrome. In the entire world, 1 in 250,000 persons suffer with SOX2 syndrome, which causes abnormal eye development. Only one other example has been documented globally, and the genetic abnormality left him completely blind. Nonetheless, his mother is optimistic that someday a possible futuristic cure will be useful for her kid. Number 7. Janelli Martinez Amador. When Janelli Martinez Amador was 4 months old, her unusual condition, which prevents bones from developing during childhood, was discovered. The most severe form of hypophosphatasia, an extremely rare bone condition that causes complete loss of bone mineralization during childhood, was present in Janelli at birth. When Janelli Martinez Amador was 4 months old, she found it difficult to tolerate her parents holding her. Salvador Martinez and Janet Amador took their baby to the doctor because they couldn't understand why she seemed to be in agony when they touched her. They were shocked to hear that her body was incapable of producing bones. Thankfully, now she is receiving the necessary care and is improving every day. Number 6. Andrew WARDLE. Andrew WARDLE is popularly known as the man born without a penis. WARDLE was born with bladder exstrophy, a condition in which the bladder develops on the outside of the body. The urethra, genitalia, intestine, bones and muscles, as well as other surrounding bodily regions, can also be impacted. Only 1 in 50,000 live births is thought to result in it. In an interview, WARDLE stated that from the time of his birth till the present, he has undergone well over 100 surgeries. Number 5. Kaylee Motes. This 22-year-old woman, Kaylee Motes, was born without a vagina. At the age of 18, Kaylee received a diagnosis of Meyer-Rokitansky-Kusterhauser syndrome. According to the US National Library of Medicine, MRKH affects 1 in 4,500 women and results in an undeveloped or missing uterus or vagina. Often, women with the illness do not have periods and are unable to become pregnant. Mrs. Motes needs a total of $15,000, £11,580, to undergo the treatment that would let her lead a normal life. She does not, however, currently have the money for such a procedure. Number 4. Nathaniel NEWMAN. This 15-year-old child, named Nathaniel NEWMAN, has Treacher-Collins syndrome, a congenital condition in which the jaw and face's undeveloped bones lead to blocked airways, slanted eyes, and absent or deformed ears. His mother said that when she first saw him, she was astounded and in disbelief. Yet she instantly developed a love for her little son that would get him through the many medical issues he would experience. Nathaniel has had 70 surgeries so far. Number 3. VITORIA Marchioli. VITORIA Marchioli, a Brazilian girl from Barra de São Francisco, was born with Treacher-Collins syndrome, which prevented the growth of 40 of her facial bones and caused her eyes, mouth and nose to be misaligned. Doctors doubted she would survive past her first few hours, let alone 9 years. But VITORIA has continued to defy all of their predictions and has undergone 8 operations to reconstruct her eyes, nose and mouth, as well as to stimulate her motor functions. Her parents, Ronaldo, 39, and Jocelyn, 43, are still raising money for additional therapy in the hopes that it would improve their daughter's quality of life. Number 2. TIYO SATRIO. TIYO SATRIO is an 11-year-old child from the West Java village of Penawangan. This cute young child was born fully limbless, lacking even his legs and hands. Prior to birth of her son, his mother was unaware of her child's sad condition while she was still carrying him. No one expected such a thing to occur, so when the mother learned, she was surprised. Little TIYO uses his mouth to play games and write brilliantly, despite his condition. He even loves playing PlayStation and is quite good at it. Number 1. Dallas WIENS. WIENS suffered life-threatening burns to his head when the boom lift he was operating drifted into a nearby power line in 2008. Following a terrible accident and 22 surgeries, WIENS was left with a face devoid of any characteristics except for a little goatee and a lipless mouth. At the Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, WIENS has already undergone more than 20 operations, but his medical team has expressed optimism that he may now be eligible for a full face transplant. With that, we conclude today's video. Let us know what you think about these unique people.